Hey guys, welcome back. I am so excited about today. I'm going to be making my one pot spinach artichoke penne pasta. It's so delicious, and even better, it's dairy free because ya girl can't handle dairy. So we're gonna make it with my secret ingredient for replacing heavy cream, and we're gonna get started. So I'm making this dish in honor of one of my best friends from college. She used to have us over for dinner all the time. Having dinner at our place was the place to be, but sometimes we'd head over to her house, and really, you were really looking forward to being at her house if she was making her one pot pasta. So she even commented on one of my recent videos saying, I will literally never make any of your food because it's too complicated, so this one goes out to you. We are making a one pot pasta for my best friend from college. And even better, I know that to this day, her teenagers won't even eat her food, so we're gonna make sure that they're well fed too, because this will definitely be a hit at their house. So we're just gonna saute some onions, because you can't go wrong with onions, folks. Just get those nice and translucent, and we're just gonna let those shimmer in the pan. So we're gonna add these in now that our onions are getting translucent. Put our artichokes in there, and our garlic. And you're gonna wanna let this saute for about 5 minutes to kind of get that garlic all crisp up, get the artichokes incorporated in there really nicely. If you remember from my other videos, you wanna season your food as you go along in your cooking process. But because these marinated artichokes are already seasoned, we're just gonna let them do the seasoning for our onions and our garlic today. These are my favorite quartered artichokes. These are the marinated artichokes from Trader Joe's. Now, if you can't get these, can't get to Trader Joe's, it's totally fine. You can just use regular artichokes and just throw in some extra spices like oregano or thyme, but these really make this dish delicious. Like I said, this is such an easy dish. It's so simple to make. It's going to be a fan favorite because who doesn't love spinach artichoke dip? The whole reason that this recipe came about was because I was craving spinach artichoke dip, but dairy does not agree with me. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna make this so it's appropriate to eat for dinner, but also so I can eat it without feeling sick the next day. So we've finished that up. Now we've got our spinach, and I take just 4 big handfuls of this and I throw it in here. And what you're gonna wanna do is just get this going so it just starts to wilt, because that will keep that beautiful green color in your pasta. All right, you can see it's just starting to get wilted here, and that's what we wanna see. And as always, spinach shrinks, so don't be alarmed by how much spinach is in here. It will shrink, but it will be so delicious inside our pasta. Okay, do you see how that is just starting to get dark green, but we still have that vibrant color, and the spinach is almost all wilted. So I'm going to throw in 4 cups of chicken broth. Now, don't tell the vegan bloggers out there, but I always use chicken broth in all of their recipes. So if you really wanted to, you could make this vegan if you just swap out the chicken broth for veggie broth, but I personally like chicken broth. All right, so now we've got our penne pasta. You can dump that right into our pot, and we are going to stir this up to make sure our penne is well incorporated into the liquid. So this is kind of the key with one pot pastas. It's gonna look a little liquidy, guys, but that is the whole point. And by the time it's all done, the penne will be perfectly cooked, and we'll have a beautiful sauce to incorporate with our cream that we will be making in just a second. So you're gonna wanna turn this on to high heat, bring it to a boil, bring it back down to a simmer, and cover it up. All right, we've got this boiling. We're gonna cover it, turn it down to medium heat, and let this go for 9 minutes. We're gonna put this to the side and get our cream going. My favorite replacement for heavy cream is actually cashews. And you might be like, what are you even talking about, cashews? But here's why I love cashews. A lot of people like to use coconut cream or oat milk or things like that. But I find that cashews, when blended with water, just become invisible in the dish. And that's what you really want. That's kind of what heavy cream does. It creates this creaminess without overtaking the dish with a different kind of flavor. So I'm gonna show you how I make my cashew cream. We're gonna make it in bulk so that you can use it for multiple dishes in a week. And we're also gonna use this in our spinach artichoke pasta. So here we go. Cashew cream is super easy to make. It's just a 2-to-1 ratio cashews to water. You're just gonna pour them into a high-powered blender. You don't even have to soak them if you have a beefy blender like a Vitamix or a Ninja or something like that. If you have something that's a little less powerful, then I do recommend soaking them for 2 hours or just boiling them in hot water for about 10 minutes. But because we have this high-speed blender, we don't need to do that. We've got our 2 cups of cashews here, 1 cup of water, and we are good to go, baby. Just gonna flip this on. So I usually let that go for about a minute. We are all set here, and I will show you what it looks like. Now you can see this smooth cream that we've got, and it is just so delicious, even by itself, with nothing in it. It's a little sweet, very creamy, very thick, and just has that like really creamy mouthfeel, just like heavy cream. I use this really as a replacement for heavy cream whenever I need it, but specifically I find this works really well in soups and pastas. We're gonna go get our pasta and put it in there. We've got this beautiful pasta. It is ready to go. You can see that a lot of the liquid has cooked down into the pasta. That's why I really love using broth, is because it actually gets infused into the pasta. It's really delicious. The first thing that we're gonna do is incorporate our beautiful cashew cream. I just wanna show you again how delicious does that look? So creamy and delicious. The recipe that I showed you earlier makes about 2 cups of cashew cream, and today we're only gonna be using 1 cup inside of our pasta. So get this all stirred in. Oh my goodness. You can already see just how creamy and delicious this is looking. Now, to finish off this pasta, we are going to add, we are going to add 1.5 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This is a great substitute if you're making anything that you want to taste cheesy, but you don't want to use dairy. This will give you that umami cheesy flavor. And then I absolutely love lemon. I'm like a lemon fiend. I love lemon in everything. I put lemon on carrots, lemon everything, okay? We used to have a guy who lived with us. They would get so mad because they would be like, why is there lemon on every single thing that you cook? But I'm going to zest a whole lemon into my pasta because I love it so much. You don't have to do that much. I recommend about half of a lemon if you enjoy lemon, but you don't want it to be overwhelming. We're also going to incorporate lemon juice, but here's why you want to do both. The lemon juice will give a nice acidic flavor, while the lemon zest will give it that really punchy lemon flavor. So again, you can do as much or as little of this as you want. Oh my gosh, the smell in here, you guys. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. All right, we're gonna finish this off with our salt, pepper, and our lemon juice. Now, if you don't have a lemon squeezer like I don't have right now, you can literally just take the lemon and squeeze it over your hands so that you catch all of the seeds. What I like to do is squeeze it as much as I can and then kind of wipe it on my fingers so that I get all of the juice in there. And you're gonna wanna use an entire lemon for this. Now all you need to do is stir this all in there, and look at that. Creamy, delicious spinach artichoke dip pasta. Guys, I wish you could smell this right now. This is delicious as a meal in and of itself, but I also like to serve it with some grilled shrimp on the side or some breaded chicken. So there you have it, guys. That is my 1-pot spinach artichoke pasta. I am obsessed with it. You can see all the lovely little pieces of lemon zest in there. So let's give it a try. Perfectly cooked pasta. Spinach and artichokes are incorporated perfectly. And that lemon is my favorite part. I'll see you next time for Portugal Week.